Uh, the seminar is a national level seminar is really it's a good start, and I have seen that, I have witnessed, and now I'm going to present this about the transformation of urban horticulture. Really, what I'm going to present, it is very good relevant to this all the community people, all the scientific community people, those who are doing research, those who are the aspirant, those who are the students, and even the professional. Everybody definitely will get some kind of the inputs what I'm going to show, because whatever I'm showing, the community research and research scientists also have some kind of the inputs. I will give some kind of the suggestions. Definitely that will open your eyes also. And for the students and aspirant, definitely you will motivate and you will get aspirations, inspirations on this, how to make involved in the landscaping industries and urban horticulture industries. So now I'm going to show the transformation how I made in the urban horticulture in the New Delhi Municipal Council. The New Delhi Municipal Council, it is a 42.7 square kilometer in the Delhi, in the seat of the central government, which is including that Rashtrapati Bhavan, Central Vista, and all the VIP areas, Delhi Imperial Zone, and Lutyens Delhi. This contribute only 3.5% of the total Delhi area. Actually, this is the capital of the capital city, because when the British people shifted the capital from Calcutta in 1911, this area was created as a capital originally. That's why this area is called the Raisina Hills. You can see in the map, this is the New Delhi. That New Delhi area is it's our jurisdictions. That is called New Delhi Municipal Council. The rest of the area or comes under the Municipal Corporation of the Delhi. This is exactly New Delhi Municipal Council area. Here you could see the population is only 2.75 lakhs, and green area is 1250 acres. Green cover also 65%, because we have a lot of trees everywhere. You could find the greenery. We have 145 roads which is covering around 400 kilometers length. That also if you see, you cannot find any building in the while going traveling in the roads. Such kind of greeneries we have. That's why highest percentage of the greenery, if you assess across the world also, you could find more greenery in our New Delhi Municipal Council area. So we have around 1.8 lakh trees, and other some recently planted 2 lakhs trees. Major, we have 7 number of parks. The most familiar park, actually Lodi Garden, Nehru Park, Talkadora Garden, and Children Park, India Gate, and Connaught Place, Central Park, and Sanjay Park. Like so many theme park also there. What we are doing in the New Delhi area, these are the areas. You can just vertical garden. We have introduced the vertical garden 2016. When the no one government organization has started the vertical garden, but we have started, we have, and still we are maintaining. You could assess how the sustainability we are maintaining, because generally government department means the image is different, but New Delhi Municipal Council, the horticulture department, the team is really vibrant and dedicated team. That's why whatever we take any initiative, first we think about the sustainability and the capability of the team and resources, everything. So we have introduced the vertical garden in the New Delhi area, Connaught Place. Still, those who are coming for the tourists, they can witness. After that only, the every metro pillar in all the cities now is front, after getting this success story of our vertical garden. And now you can see the green management also, because we have the 1250 acre. Every day we are generating more than 10 to 15 tons of the green waste. That also we are making green waste by doing the composting. Our major parks all are zero waste garden. That means whatever the green waste emerging from the garden, that is composted within the garden itself. We entertain the tree pruning, because tree preservation also our important duty. So we are doing, like that, we have labor saving process. We have introduced the mechanization, lawn mower, ride-on lawn mower, hedge trimmer, brush cutter, so many. Whatever that, even digging also, digging machines, and there are so many machineries we have introduced. And for the tree pruning also, we have introduced the self-propelled platform machines. And we have the three high-tech nursery. We are producing plants for our own maintenance purpose. We have introduced the tulip in the public area now. Since since 5 years, the tulip, like every people across the country talking about the tulip. And flower bed transformation I brought, I will show that, because previously small flower bed they are used to prepare. After I coming to the power as a director, as a deputy director 2014, I changed the scenario from small bed to larger bed, and from narrow bed to wider bed. So, and color complement also, color scheme also. So I have transformed many things that I will show in the coming slides. And even for the prime minister functions, all the national and international function, we used to display the flower boards and flower decoration also. That also very, you could see in the coming slides. For the pollution control, in our New Delhi municipal area, one cannot find any kacha area. That means soil. You cannot find exposed soil area. That much, efforts we are putting to cover all the area into ground cover, whatever possible. So, and tree surgery also we do, and that I will show in the slides. And tree census I took in the first in the India for this our New Delhi area. And shade landscape. Previously, shade area is always barren, like exposing soil. Everybody say that we cannot do anything under the shade, and no one is succeeding. But I come up with a very success story that I will show you how I introduced the Justicia and Hymenocallis lily and other plants. You could see, and we have the school of gardening also to train the Mali to upgrade their skill. And flower show, we conduct the flower show, and we have developed many theme park and boom and blooming on the concrete, that I will show. The Barakamba Road, even today one could see in my status also. Development of nursery, many barren land converted into nursery. Why we have developed nursery? That is very much important for to sustain, to bring down our cost of budgeting and the cost of estimation, all those things. And I have introduced many hedge plants and theme garden, garden amenity, tree plantation, tree transplantation, tree ambulance, and IUGM. So one could see all the things. These are the statistics. These tell about how much area we have, how much major garden is there, how much garden and avenues, all nurseries and high-tech nursery and roundabout. These are the kind of the statistical, And this slide shows that the plantation carried out since 2015. So how the plantations target and how we have achieved, and shrubbery and trees, how much we have planted, all those things is covering. Now, what are the concepts I have introduced? Because as a landscapist, we must think about labor saving and speedy operations and sustainability, some kind of the innovations, larger flower beds, all those things. So I have introduced even tulip, we have introduced our thing, and flower pots, hanging baskets, and portable frames for flower decorations, flower board to showcase in the international, national any summit and PM function, all those things. And pollution control ke liye what efforts we did. So all those things, even metro pillar mein how to make a green and trailing variety, all those things we introduced. The concept introduced is I have listed out. If anybody want, I can share these slides after that also.
Excuse.
So now you can the scientific community can see this. We in the landscaping industry, floriculture scientists should look these points. So what are the deficient in the landscape industry and how to bridge the gap? Because the problem solving approach, we need to, scientific community should take up the problem solving approach And now we are importing the tulips bulbs every year. Now the scientific community must, explore that possibility. Pre-treated and pre-programmed tulip, how to produce within our country. My request to the scientific community: we must produce tulip ourselves, like tulip, even for other plants also, because the Holland is sending the pre-treated to break the dormancy, pre-programmed to make a blooming time. So that technology we need to introduce in not only tulip, even for other crops also. Domestic introduction of technology tulip hona chahiye. Many commercial value plants, production technology, even affordable technology and affordable cost investment by common people, because we need to think about that larger production of the ornamental plant, potted plants for the gift plant, tabletop plants, all those things. Because now the market, the people is willing to buy, but the cost, while thinking about the cost is high. So we need to bring the low cost technology, and we need to bring the investor. We need to collaborate with the industrial people to venture into this field. And the chrysanthemum also, day sensitive chrysanthemum available. Uske that need to insensitive होना चाहिए. We need to produce insensitive chrysanthemum, so that we can cultivate throughout the year also, even for the religious flower and even for the landscaping also. And we need to introduce the dwarf and profuse flowering bougainvillea also. And the shade loving plants also we need to introduce to acclimatize for the various climate conditions. Now we have the limited grass variety. That also we think about, the scientific society must think about how to introduce more and more grass varieties, and more movable also. Low cost potting filling machine. Now most people, nursery, their pot filling ke liye, they are dependent on labor. We must mechanize that for pot filling machines in the low cost, so that our nursery can get low cost of productions. The plants are producing, they can get low, with a low cost of production. That is foremost important. If they get the low cost of production, then market selling also low price, so that the people can access it. So like that, so many things. And even each city we need to create one urban garden center, so that the urban based, city based is research and development one can take up. That kind of things we need to initiate, but still we are lacking on that. And ornamental trees and forestry also, and transplanting technology also. Arboriculture still weakening in our not flourishing. So every time we are going for other countries, Singapore and Australia and Canada, for arboriculture, we need to develop our technology. And we need to introduce many trainers institute. Gardeners, we are very demand of gardeners, but we don't have any institute to train the gardeners. So we have the 5 million demand for the gardener, but still it is unorganized sector, untapped and unexplored sector. So each and every university and KVK and even nurseryman and universities, everybody should think about that, how to start the training institute to make gardeners, skilled gardeners, smart gardeners. These are the challenges. Actually, landscape people, once we enter the challenges, they can study, but the challenges is remain there. If I explain them, it will take the time. So I will share the slides. If anybody wants later on, you can glance it and you can imbibe it. Now I am going to show what are the work we are doing, what work we have did. This is our main building, New Delhi Municipal Council. This is called Palika Kendra. Hereafter you could find a lot of slides, visuals only. So if anybody find any questions later on, you can talk and you can interact. Sir, how you did, how are you? I will explain it, no problem. These are the petunia, because I introduced the petunia with the different colors in the recent past. These are the floating blossom. People coined as a floating blossom. It is a tower, flower tower, fabricated with a low cost technology. Nothing. It's the cost of really, by each, cylindrical shape. It's a 10 feet height. It's a cost about, around 10,000 rupees as a only frame. If you go for, clothing and geotextile cloth covering and plants, it may not go, more than, 15 to 16 thousand per cylinder. If you produce yourself the flower plants, then you can reduce the cost of this. That one could plan advancedly. I have introduced such kind of art shaped in the public place. The public, it's a kind of selfie point, because we need it is our prime duty to give the urban city as most attractive and selfie point, because these days people are looking vigorously for the selfie point. So this is one of our garden, Talkadora garden, is a formal garden type. So previously they used to grow like dahlia and salvia, conventional variety, and without any like a principle. And the height also different, and blooming time also different, and the spanning time also different. But after I took over the charge of deputy director 2014. I transformed after 2018. When I become the director, then I really I bring a lot of transformation. But bringing transformation, the government also it is not a easy talk or easy things, because changing mind and convincing the junior people, all those things, it is very big. And people also, because the people, they won't believe visitors. Why are you doing like this? Why are you doing like this? We are very much happy about this dahlia like this. So everybody, I have convinced them, sir, if you find good, then the credit goes to my team. If the bad names comes, then I will take, like this. See here. So just like a Persian carpet, my visual previously planning, before planning, I used to make myself. It's like a carpet. So I brought exactly what I wanted. For that, we need to take the team into very good understanding, and the team ke motivation karna chahiye, tabhi hoga. See here. So people and the FM radio and everybody appreciate a lot, kind of a Persian carpet, like so many appreciations. So it is a amphitheater, Connaught Place. Just I kept flower pots to showcase something, public guy mein. Acha ye. I have introduced such kind of this selfie point also. After that, the real bloom also. This is the Talkadora garden again. You see, previously you cannot find like a similar height, synchronized blooming. It's a different height, a different depth. Then one cannot find blooming at a one glance in a perfect way, because the blooming time also different, blooming size also different, bloom varied. So I eliminated that things. Last year we have introduced some of the structure that I'm sure last year G20 flower show we conducted in the Central Park, Connaught Place. You can, that is in front of you. That's this is our flower boards we used to display in every international and national conference and PM function and Home Minister function, such as Sarveksha, or even that all Yoga days events, all those things. Last year we conducted the G20 flower show that time. This is actually the Barakamba road starting from Connaught Place, between two roads, between two the concrete. That's a footpath. It was remained barren. So I plan to change this one. Then I determined how to make the blooming in the concrete area by low soil depth with a low cost technology. Then 3 years before, I made a small, fabricated planet that is, you can just assemble and disassemble. Wherever you need to sit, you can sit. That is a nut bolt system. I made it. So these are a low height, just only 20 centimeter height planter. Planter also, with the filled with the soil media, 5 inches. So you could see how the 500 meter stretch concrete blooming. This video, these photos, room, so in the social media across the world, it brought a lot of appreciations. How I did this, you can see how I did. It's a very very simple innovation, not a very big technology. Simple innovation. Even in this kind of the birds, we can grow for the vegetables also. Vegetables also, even in our terrace, we can grow the vegetables. We can whatever shallow depth, crops. We can spinach, lettuce, greens, all we can grow. Pudina and even married this coriander and cauliflower, cabbage, what not, and spinach, whatever you can grow, because this much of the depth is more than enough. Even in our terrace, if I go, I show my kitchen gardening in my terrace, just in the pipe, half of the pipe, I just cut only 2-inch depth. I grow that strawberry. Only 2-inch soil media depth. I grow strawberry. So we have to innovate. If you enter practically, then you could do. These are the structure last year. I framed, fabricated, and introduced such, because small things, that cannot bring any visual impact. Whatever you plan, you should think about the proportion of the area, how big is the area, and how height is required, how dia is required, so that the people from the long distance also one could be able to spot. It is a simple technology, but करने के लिए मन चाहिए, करने के लिए एफर्ट चाहिए, डिटर्मिनेशन चाहिए, डेडिकेशन चाहिए, डिसीजन चाहिए, वो चाहिए. It is a conical shape. You see how these are the slinters in the roadside. Sikandra Road, Mandi House to ITO. It's the one section. So I introduced 20 slinters in the road, so that continuous feeling efforts, because these white colors are geotextile. Geotextile, 10 feet height this frame. You can grow flowers also. Different season, different flower. Even vertical garden plants also you can grow. Some, chlorophytum, some syngonium, different varieties, even flower plants, whatever, whatnot you can. But just you have to make, your mind very, focused, so that season to season, advanced planning chahiye. That is foremost important, so that sustainability will be there. See the public, public always, looking good attractions for a selfie. If you do good work, definitely you will get appreciation. How I made that a flower pyramid, that also I must see here. The students from the horticulture college, women horticulture college, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, last year visited while I did, so they captured these photos, they enjoyed, and they also learned things how I did. So they will also motivated. They actually, unless otherwise, seeing the things on the site, on the field, just imaginary reading, imaginary studying, may not work, help us. Even whatever we study, bulk density, particle density, and even plants anatomy and physiology, and everything is related to our field and related to our field on site. One cannot ignore that, because bulk density, while going for terrace garden, the bulk density, media bulk density is very much important. So each and every material, while I'm using neem compost, dowdang manure or cocoa peat, I have to calculate on the bulk density and the water saturated conditions, how much depth and how much weight per square meter, whether the load bearing capacity is there or not. So all those things we need to calculate the media also. For that, the bulk density, they are useful. So students who are studying here, they should definitely, you should just immerse it. What is the bulk density? What is the pH? What is the EC? And what is the anatomy and physiology and weather condition also we need to relate. It is not a thing, just you must feel like a professional, because it is a kind of the professional work. See how the pyramids. The semi arch also last year I introduced. Because last year I have introduced many forms. Flower may how we can display, how to bring the display in different strata, so that really that will attract the people. Because our responsibility as a urban horticulturist, we should think about what is required to the people. The semi-arch also, it is also not much cost, because I did everything R&D. What height is needed, what arch dia is needed, what height is needed, and what kind of the plants is needed, what weight of the media is required. That everything it's matter. If you put too much of earth in that as a media, then the weight bearing capacity, weight will be more. If the weight is more, then absolutely we have to give the strong structure. If we give the strong structure, means it would ultimately increase the cost of the Zimmer frame. So we need to think everything, and even that should be very aesthetic. So cocoa liner I have provided so that the soil may not expose in the outside. So many things we need to think about that while going for that. These these flower tower also, nothing, ready to serve purpose. Even the off-bloom plants available in the market, we can insert it. Whenever you need to shift other plants, you can remove it and put it. So this is the kind of the low technology, low cost technology. Sustainability very much important before going to anything. Even suppose if the same structure you can make it in the terrace also. Terrace, you can plant the lettuce, rocket, small media. You can even without that insert, you put the media, small media, just cocoa peat and soil standardized media, and put the seeds. You can grow many lettuce plants and spinach plants and all those items, greens. It is a possible, so that the unit area productivity you can increase. Even the community kitchen garden, if suppose any colony area is less, you can go for such kind of the frames, so that within the vertical you can grow many plants, even cucumber also, cucurbits also. Think about even cherry tomato also. So we can use n number of use. We have to think for that. Society. If you think the society and nation, definitely you will get some kind of insight. See the cocoa liner, how prominent. Looking also, it's looking wise also, it's very nice, very finishing.
Well, sorry to interrupt. Another 5 minutes.
Yeah, just visuals only. Yes, this kind of cylindrical shape also. That's kind of round ball. I've been introduced in the Subramaniam Bharati mark. How they are working, you can just see these tree branches. Fabricator. You can see introduced in the public area. This is a very big cylinder. It was really very challenges when I am just installing. I can talk about this. What are the issues I encountered while hanging all the balls, and 20 feet height and 20 feet dia. So, and load bearing, weight, all those things made me while installing, it's very challenging. This is nothing but it is a cycle rim. You can see how the cycle rim is made into flower. See, public place, how we have made into visual impact. It is the only waste cycle rim. See, the petunia, with the petunia, how it's marvelous. See, there's another arch. I have introduced the trailing variety also, because frame is important as well as suitable variety also important. Because normal petunia may not give the hanging and trailing, unless otherwise trailing, it won't give the just linkage and complete shape. It is the Mandi house. Last year we introduced the Mandi house roundabout. These are all the link, whatever work I have done, and public media, newspaper, everything is in the link. I can share it so that one can able to see this how the before after that, before and after Thalkadara garden flower bed, how we planned, how it's brought. The tulip introduced, and the tulip how it looks nice. See our Thalkadara garden and Sandipat. These are the Sandipati area. These are Talkadora, these Sandipat. See, at a stretch of 2 kilometers stretch is Sandipat. I transformed into like a flower valley.
Good.
Shade area. I have introduced this one is justice here. Just cutting. So no need of purchase. One time if you put and you can just take a cutting and you just plant it. Within 15 to 20 days it will flourish like anything. These are the roundabouts, how we flower, we made a flower park in the Nehru Park, this one. We made it a flower valley. And this one is the Kannada place, terrace garden. These all. Terrace ke upar, how we have brought as a terrace garden we are maintaining. These are the tree pruning mechanism, how we are having the machines, tree pruning machines. Last year we did enormous tree pruning in the Kannada place. Because tree balancing, tree canopy balancing also very important. And these are the tools and these are the simplified because the productivity of the each person increased. Otherwise, what will happen? One part, one person will take carry. So the productivity of the person would be less. So now, 20 parts in a single four-wheeler, trolley they can taking means the productivity is increased. The composting shredder machines. And we use by rapid by EM culture effective microbes also. And we have the high-tech nursery. We used to produce a jade plant and a syngonium and even philodendron, all those plants by ourselves to meet our indoor plant, indoor pots and other vertical garden, all those things. See the coleus, these all are produced by our own high-tech nursery, which we have built 5 years before. Now, whoever comes as tourist, the Commonwealth countries or anybody, they definitely they're visiting. Even Sri, Art of Living, Sri also visited and he appreciated me and he garlanded me. These are our high-tech nursery. I'm going to be able to see how we are maintaining because the question is in the government doing this kind of the work sustainability, you cannot imagine it out. This you see, this is Assistacia. Shade May is it's a very good performing one. So many cutting we do in our high tech nursery, so that our cost of maintenance is less because ourselves our producing our own needs at some extent. Plantation activities we do and VIP participations happens and ministers all. Many home minister PM all we do the tree surgery, what is the tree surgery and why it is required, and we have introduced the tree ambulance also that you can also see. And if anybody want any other questions that I will explain because the constraint of the time is very I have to rush, and I have introduced the QR coding for the each trees, and I have done the tree census also. So in the municipal area across the country, I had introduced the mini concept as the first like this. So anybody comes, they can QR code, they can find out the trees names